In this session, I'll show you how to perform a range selection in Excel. Ranges are effective tools for bringing Excel's hidden treasures to light. Many Excel features need the user to pre-select a range of cells which could be rather large. There are few techniques of range selection in Excel. These are mouse range selection, keyboard range selection, 3D range selection, and range selection using GoTo function. In the first method, we can use our mouse to select the range. For example, if we want to select the range of contiguous or adjacent ranges, which is from A4 through H7, we can simply click on cell A4 and drag our mouse to cell H7. The Control key can be used to pre-select two or more non-adjacent ranges. Rather than formatting the ranges one at a time, they can all be done at once. For example, we want to select A10, B5, C7, E9, and F5. For this purpose, select the first range or cell, which is A10. Then, while holding down Control, choose as many different ranges or cells as you need. B5, C7, E9, and F5. Release the Control key after selecting them. The required cells are now selected. In the second method, if you want to select adjacent range that contains A1 through H11, what you need to do is to select any cell within this range and then press Ctrl A. The whole range of cells is now selected. However, if you want to select adjacent range where the current cell becomes the upper left corner of the selection, we need to press Ctrl Shift and N. In this case, let's say we want to select A7 through H11 by using keyboard range selection. Place your cursor at A7 and press Ctrl Shift N. Now the range of A7 through H11 is selected. The third method is 3D range selection. When we need to select ranges from multiple worksheets, we can use the 3D selection technique. This is a very powerful technique as we can enter data, apply formatting, or create formulas to all selected ranges simultaneously. The technique is particularly beneficial when the labels on each sheet are identical. Okay, let's do this. First, add few sheets by clicking this Add button. So we have now sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4, and sheet 5. Sheet 1 contains the record. Assuming that we want to select adjacent sheets, sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, and sheet 4. For this purpose, click the tab of the first sheet, which is sheet 1, hold down the Shift key, and click the tab of the last sheet, in this case is sheet 4. Now all the adjacent sheets are selected. In the first sheet, try to insert two new rows at the top and key in the title of the table is, let's say, sales data. Format the title, merge and center, bold, put the border color, and then change the font color. Let's move your cursor to sheet 2, sheet 3, and sheet 4. you can see that all these sheets, sheet 1 through sheet 4, contain the title of the table, which is sales data. Let's see for sheet 5. No title, as we have not selected the sheet 5 before. To select non-adjacent sheets, for example sheet 1, sheet 3, and sheet 5, click the tab of a sheet you want to include in the group, hold down the Ctrl key and click the tab of each additional sheet you want to include in the group, sheet 3 and sheet 5. In the first sheet, scroll down to any cell within the sheet, key in, for example here we say this is the sales data for September and October 2021. Move your cursor to sheet 3. Scroll down, you can see the same sentence appears on this sheet. The same goes to sheet 5, but not on sheet 4 and on sheet 2. To select all the sheets in a workbook, right-click at any sheet tab and choose Select All Sheets command. So now all the sheets are selected. To undo this process, right-click at any tab of the sheet, ungroup, click Ungroup Sheets. The final method is range selection using GoTo function. This function is very useful in handling large ranges. In addition, this function allows us to quickly jump to a specific cell. For this function, we need to select the upper left cell of the range, which is A3. On the menu bar, Home, go to Home, Find and select, choose Go To function. Alternatively, we may use F5 or Ctrl G to get into this Go To dialog box. In the reference text box, enter the cell address or cell ranges that you want to select, for example D20. By pressing OK, we'll then be directed to the specific cell. This is D20. Although a primary use for this is to select a specified cell, it can also be used to select multi-cell ranges. For this reason, we can use Go To Special function. To see these options, click the Go To Special button by going to menu bar Home, Find and select, and then click Go To Special. So under this function, we have few options to choose from. For example, we have notes, constants, formulas, and so on. Let's say I would like to choose formulas. Formulas in terms of numbers, but not text, logicals, and errors. Press OK, and you can see that the cells that contain formulas are now highlighted. In order to arrive total invoice for first entry, which is at 750, we need to take the F4 times by 250. The formula appears on the formula box. That's all for now. I'll see you in the next lesson.